We're back. There's more Zula, Ilath-Pal, Dunmer, Ashlander. And last time we left off, we finished up with the Great Cowl of Nocturnal quest mod. We still, though, have the Creation Club kit quest, but that probably won't be for a while. It's been alright. How are we doing on alteration? Still 65. Probably one of the last times, if not the last time, I will cast this spell. Alright, we're here. There is this stuff to do. Thinking we'll go to Little Vivek. Yeah, we can go to Falkreath, up here, this, and then this. And then follow on down to Riften. Oh, we also need to find... Are the elements? Yeah, we're gonna need to also go up here. Do I have any of them discovered? Seem to. That's South Skybound to watch. We'll have to do some exploration. But in the meantime, let's turn on Radiant Dialogue.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
What did I get? Neat.
I just love this story. The passion, the characterizations.
Neat.
I'm getting out of here. I swear I'll kill you. You're mine.
Drink someone else's blood.
Let's get this over with!
Oh, no, you don't.
By me? Die, damn you! Ass!
I love it when dinner walks right into my arms.
Victory will be... Die, damn you!
Get out, I guess. Hey, what's getting out of this?
Hand it over and keep your fingers off. I paid you to find me. Damn you!
Who's fighting who?
Let's get this over with! Take that! Taste steel!
What? Your mother a Fulmer, or are you just that ugly?
Vanessa.
This is the power of the
This
Telvan.
time of year, Nord.
But the target sweetens it.
No choice.
Looked like he hadn't slept since he was... Said if I found you fast, I'd avoid a funeral in the square.
Then he judged Falkreath well.
Keep your distance.
Trolls wander too close to home here. Did you see by marks on anyone? Paid you.
Unless fleece come.
What does this
What can
do?
I do for you, friend?
Oh my, look at all these lessers.
Lead on,
Pale
and I shall follow.
me from the wood pile. He smelled like old smoke. That's not my business.
Okay.
My business is coin and not diamonds.
That was broken. We want...
Message delivered when I swung past the south gate. You want to change counterpoint, or should I pretend it was generous?
Please stay away while you
Greetings.
got that spell on you.
Oh, come on, where is it? What am I looking for exactly?
Falkreath's graveyard always smells of damp stone and juniper soap. Someone cleaned the blade here recently. And not the priest.
Lovely. Nothing like moonlight, tombstones, and the promise of an overzealous amateur embalmer. Do we follow the soap or the blood?
The blood is old, Dean, and points nowhere. The soap is fresh and smart.
What?
Jezargo says we circle left, test for a war bear, and see who polished their conscience.
I'll keep a thin ward and pretend I'm
Thanks.
grieving a distant aunt who owed me
So,
money.
I've been thinking. I'm grateful we're
If I
friends,
cough twice, it means
I'd
the
like you
bell's
to have
humming and I
this.
would like my
It's not
eyebrows
much.
later.
but I hope it's something you like.
Good. Suppose then it's the seam and you need the anchor.
But I have Cold Harbor.
If a vigilant Stop preaching. Let Jezargo talk first. He's... Speaks fluent Sermon when required.
If it turns out to be a thief cleaning their knife, do we arrest them or recruit them for ledger work at the museum?
Recruit if they can write dates correctly, and don't smell like good tallow. Otherwise, Jezargo takes the
Speaking of
knife
ledgers,
and
your
the
crack
ledger
gun and
leaves
decoy
the
is still in
menace.
your pocket.
Oh, that's just a rabbit.
Victory will be mine! The power of Magnus is at my command.
Shouldn't have said. Let's get some dialogue going.
What do you guys think being a vampire is like?
Hungry, cold, and loud inside your own. Power was used to fog when denied. Sunlight becomes a weapon, friends become rations, and every flesh shrinks to the next mouthful.
Watch where you are hitting Sarah.
It is to be always
Victory will be mine!
He lets himself get surrounded.
You think of shadows first, people second, and sunrise as a siege. There is speed, yes, and charm, but the bill arrives in ash.
Edges sharper, colors wrong. The world turns into prey and shelter. I could thrive in it, but I would not sleep. I like choosing who dies, not needing it.
This Dawnguard group hasn't been able to stop the attacks. I wonder where the vampires are coming from.
Oh, that felt like getting kissed by a thunderbarker. Again, if I start glowing, I'm billing you by the spot, Pralina.
Sorry, the burst is contained now. As for origins, patterns point to coordinated turns, not drifters. Falkreath's attacks smelled of juniper-like cleanups and old crypt dust. That combination fits a clan working out of a barrow or a keep with Mummer's stores. That meant halls, not caves.
Clans breed in nests. Cesar Gohias talk of about sleeping nights along Lake Kilinalta, and of pale buyers in Riffin's lower docks. This means two mouths. A lair for sleeping, a market for thralls and drafts. Collect either, the other starves.
Something you need? This is indeed the helm. It carries the dent I gave it, and he was already slain. Curious. Could it have been him? Watch your tongue, traveler. You have done this village a service, so I will ignore your rudeness for now. A warrior passed through here, wearing armor from Morrowind. A powerful man, and honorable. We discussed much. I mentioned the bandits to him, but I did not ask his aid. He must have offered it anyway. Those poor fools. They never would have stood a chance. Do not test my patience, traveler. or I may reconsider. He said he was seeking a Dwemer ruin, a place called Kagranar. I cannot say more. I am sorry. You are welcome. I do not know why you seek him, but if you find him, I urge you, think before you act.
Well, let's see if little Vivek hasn't in and get some sleep. I'm thinking we'll head to Riverwood then Everstead.
Sleep sounds lovely, but my curiosity is doing cartwheels over Kagranar. Morrow and Dunmer, honorable, powerful. If he is who I think he is, we won't outpace him by napping.
Little Vivek's thinnest to doors and a stove, but it will do. I'll ask Balren quietly which road our honorable traveler took. If he's bound for Kagranar, we should bring cold wards and oilcloth. Dwemer ruins, near the light to spit frost and bad air.
Riverwood, then Ivasted is simple. But Cesargo says we set ears in Riverwood for talk of a Dunmer in plated bone pochidin, yes. If he walks ahead of us, the mill boys will brag about it by noon. Also, Kagranar means spiders. Cesargo will bring extra bottles for venom.
Bets first, questions second.
Speaking of Dwemer, has Arniel made any progress on his study? I've helped where I can, but he's very cagey about his research.
He has a theory
This
he
is the
won't
power
name,
of the
and
Telvanni.
a device he won't let out of his satchel. Lately, he's been chasing warped soul, heat rather than gears or lexicons. If he asks you for warped soul gems again, he's fear rating, not stalling. I've seen his notes drift toward refraction in return, sending nothing and calling it back changed.
Arniel guards his ball like a skeever overbred. But his questions to Cesargo were about heat without flame, and hearts that are not hearts. This smells like tonal ghosts, not pipes. If he starts asking for Stroma souls, we stop him, yes.
Progress is when the kettle hums and doesn't explode. Last I peeked, Arniel's kettle was humming and his eyebrows were intact, so I'd call that a triumph. He muttered something about making a Dwemer do something without the Dwemer. Come 13th.
KG keeps mages alive.
I can't find the inn. I set a mark. Let's teleport to college for sleep. I'll check in with Arniel myself tomorrow morning.
Agreed. Mark is set. I'm ready on your count. When we land, I'll ward the hall and write Arniel a polite, but firm note to keep whatever he's boiling inside the circle until you arrive.
Cesargo prefers warm beds to cold docks. Take us home, Archmage, and tomorrow Cesargo will sniff out which apprentice has been sneaking Juniper into Arniel's brazier.
Do it. I'll take first watch outside your door, and wake you if anyone breathes wrong near the lab.
College bumps over Riverwood any night. Just promise me we don't wake up inside Urag's car again. On your word, Archmage, blink us to blankets.
Yes?
Alright. Time to do some studying, sleep, and then maybe buy a bunch of spells.
If Archmage insists on doing drills again, I'm
Complaints are
filing
for
a
the
complaint with the divines in my knees.
Cesargo will lead the drears. You will hold the wall, and not flirt with this. Roll tray this time.
The tray flirted with me first. Besides, your singes the raisins off them. Speaking of singe, did you ever tune that bracer so it doesn't crackle in the quiet?
It crackles with intention. Also, Zargo adjusted the cadence by a quarter beat. This will make the relics gods respect our discipline.
Or feed us to the skeever. While you polish. The Thunder Middens, I've been anchoring my bound blade to breath like Ancano screeched about. Free breath, Snowflaker. Free breath, Snowflaker. I even sneezed into a hurry. Very elegant.
Each MPH, Cesargo will test this elegance. After drill, we go to the South Pier and hope the drop later. You hold it in wards. Cesargo pulls on the offbeat. If this rises, we stop.
Agreed. And if the search sings like the I used to, we talk Tolfter and pretend we were never there.
Sensible. Now, another matter.
Is someone...
I'm staying out of this.
Oh, no, you don't.
Another matter is your habit of pocketing legends.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
This time we go first.
Ass. Ass. You really had no
Fine, but
chance.
if Urag asks where the
Let's
jump
get
from
this
Prince
over
came
with!
from, I'm pointing both hands at you. What's after Beer Master of Schedules?
Breakfast, juniper tea, to sweet rose. A very small strip of hoka for protein. Then Iralet drills at noon. Simple for only.
I'll keep the phone simple in my opinion simpler. We still greasing that singing pin on the bridge before sundown.
Cesar go applies the grease.
Speaking of, if a rogue busybody shows up waving a directive, we smile, nod, and let Berlina do the paperwork.
My feet hurt, my back hurts, it's cold, I'm tired. Other than that, everything's just ducky.
Two levels? Amazing. Anything neat here?
Do not sample it.
Such an obvious crime before breakfast. After, perhaps.
DHMPH, get your boots. The tide window opens in 12 breaths, and Cesar go once that ledger drying before the sun hits the parapet. Safe travels.
Yeah, let's focus on getting soul gems first. Another letter?
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. It's from... Looks like that's it. Got to...
They're already closed. Darn. Thought I might get in
The power of
time.
Magnus is at my command.
Good
Oh,
to
dear.
see you.
This is the power of the Telvanni.
Good to see Skyrim still has such spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
He didn't take it. Interesting. And it also doesn't have a spot in the museum, it seems like, so that's also interesting.
Safe travels to you.
The college looks so pretty. I almost can't believe it.
Hi there.
Greetings. Take a look.
Just that one.
Mm-hmm.
All the free food. Nice.
Magic. It's as rewarding as it is dangerous.
Divines bless you. May the ground you walk... No, and at this rate, I never shall. Enther is once again holding out on me. He refuses to deliver yet another item absolutely essential to my work. I am close, so close. You must force him to see reason. I don't know. I've already agreed to pay him quite handsomely for the item in question. Just do whatever it takes to get him to stop lording this over me. Always good talking to you, friend.
Romania calls for your dreams.
Greetings, Archmage. So, you wish to master the arcane arts?
Hmm. These really stick out to me. Eventually, I will learn every spell in the game. And it's not today.
Bye now.
Who's the illusion guy? Is he invisible again?
different somehow. More my.
More free food.
This is the power of the Telvanni.
Greetings, Archmage. I hope you've got some coin. Let's just take a look, then.
Neat. Oh, you always overcharge. I think this fell.
Oh, by the divines, you too? I've already told him I don't have it. Nothing at all. Arniel already overpaid for whatever it is. You're not listening to me. I don't have it. I set up the whole deal. A courier was supposed to be bringing it from Morrowind. He never arrived. Okay? The deal was already done. The thing just never showed up. I can't help that. I don't know. He never told me. He made most of the arrangements himself. He just needed it transported from Morrowind. That's what I agreed to help with. If I'd known it was so important to him, I'd have charged him more. I don't know. Are you not listening at all? It was a simple task, so I didn't keep close tabs on it, like I do with the dangerous stuff. Last I'd heard, he was crossing the border from Morrowind into the Rift. If you're getting involved in this, that would be where you'd start looking. Why is this suddenly so important, anyway?
Neat.
Such is the power of the written word. Powerful words. Powerful words. Interesting, very interesting.
Not a museum item. I can't gain experience anyways. Kinda do want to go to the store in Winterhold?
wouldn't want to head down to the inn and have that drink.
Do I want to go to the inn for a drink with the Archmage who wears a doom cloud and collects Daedric curiosities like other people collect spoons? Absolutely yes. 2 conditions.
What are these conditions?
First, we keep the Ebony Choir and any murderous heirlooms sheathed. I prefer my meat without screaming. Second, you let me buy the first round so I can brag later that I once treated the Archmage to something stronger than 12 tea. Deal?
So long you can hold your cups.
Archmage, I can hold my cups my tongue, and if needed your hair if the meat turns mutinous. Come on then, candle hearth or the frozen hearth. If Colette starts lecturing hydration, we pretend we don't hear her and order another round.
I should probably check the Arcanum. Arcanium. Oh, yeah, he was in here.
Greetings, Archmage. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Ooh, yes.
Until next time.
Who's rumoring? They don't like to follow me for some reason when they're in Mantella. I also need to get water myself. this is actually kind of annoying. Why won't Rumarin follow me? Actually. I'm just gonna end the conversation. Oh, let me turn this off. Oh, Rumarin up here. Maybe he will once I go in.
This is the power of the Telvanni.
Don't worry, lad. The autumn gale never fails to deliver. Stoke the fire. That's a promise. Get the cold out.
The autumn gale is at bottom of the ocean. Who's to say the documents are even legible?
Well, I never said they'd be in perfect condition.
I'll teach you to
Although
talk
if
to
you're
me
unsatisfied,
that
I may consider
way. Hope you're
refunding a
willing
portion
to back
of the
those
payment.
words up with your fists.
How are you going to refund my father's life? There's no amount of gold that can compensate. For that.
Oh, right.
Well, this thing is as lively as ever. A brawl fight and an ownership dispute. It's not even midnight yet.
And here I was worried we'd be bored enough to start reading the labels on the meat jugs.
Off of your skull.
If someone flips a table, we'll have the full Winterholt sampler.
Hopefully you've got some good
and
news.
a dramatic recitation about unpaid tabs. Do you want me to conjure a referee or a door?
Yes, a land lease. That sounds exactly like the thing this lad is looking for. Well, lad, because you're such a valued customer, I went ahead and had my top expedite your request. Of course,
I completely forgot I took a job from this man. Anyways, what do you want to drink first?
Fine. Once my
Start me
father's
with
name is
something
cleared,
that
you'll
won't
be
strip
paid
the
in
enamel
full.
off my teeth.
Just bill me with the details.
Honey brewmeat, then a juniper chaser
I
if
want
the
to
night
verify
insists
the
on being
document.
interesting.
I'll deliver it personally.
Also, if that land lease pays out, I'm charging an archmage handling fee.
If there's anything you need,
and the right
just
to
let
say
me
I
know.
told you so when the express delivery turns into a fist
Drink for the
fight.
thirsty, food for the hungry. Mm-hmm.
So, what's the plan?
Enjoy your meat. I'll be having wine tonight.
A generous archmage and a wise one. Meat for morale, wine for plotting. I'll pace myself so I don't start complimenting Connors' posture by accident. While you work your Nord Reserve, want me to skim that lease and make sure it doesn't secretly award her in the Sea of Ghosts.
This is the power of the Telvanni.
What do you need? Alright then. Okay. Anything else?
Well, this got broken real quick. How did this get so broken? Can I find the chair? Okay, this should hopefully fix things. I want you to sit down, Ramarin. Really? No, he won't.
What do you need? Sure, why not? Anything else?
Alright, that seemed to work.
We've been together for a good bit. Are you happy we've been traveling together?
Happy, that's one word for it. Another is alive, which I consider a rousing success given your habit of poking gods and waking machines. I signed on thinking I'd carry a few sacks and conjure a sword when the bandits got uppity. Instead, I've had front row seats to dragons, Deidre, and your creative definition of the word harmless.
When you know what you are doing, things are harmless. Just look at yourself. You charge him with a bound blade and distract enemies from me all the time.
I distract them because I am very shiny and make entertaining noises when punched. Also because you are better at ending problems than I am at surviving them without a few cuts. You're right though, when you know the shape of a thing that stops being magic and starts being math. I just prefer my math with cover, a retreat line, and a sweet roll at the end.
You and sweet rolls and pies. Is all you ever think about is food?
Only when I'm not thinking about staying alive, paying debts, or not getting lectured by Brelina. Food is the reward column that makes the rest tolerable. Also, you fight better when I promise pie at the end. Positive reinforcement. Since we're being honest, what's your reward column, Butchmage?
Need to look up how to spell a Morrowind term.
Power is quite the motivator for me. Maybe with enough I can return to the Zaneb and become the first female Ashkin.
Ambitious, I like it. I was a tool though, not a hearth. If you go back to the Zainab, go back with more than thunder and trophies. Go with roads mended, trade open, a world pattern that keeps their ash storms off the yurts.
Now Burpesh storms on strong war skin yurts sounds so lovely. I miss sleeping to it, Burp.
Strong yurts rattling poles, ash in your teeth and a gua complaining at your feet. Sounds like home, Ashlander. Finish that cup and I'll hum you a storm to sleep too. Then we make a plan in the morning that gets you power and pie without losing your people or your soul. Deal.
No, let's drink more. I want to ask you some questions, Altmer.
Pour and ask it, Ashlander. I reserve the right to answer with honesty, sarcasm, or an embarrassing childhood anecdote depending on proof and vintage. What's first, elves' magic or my undeniably excellent hair?
Why are you so bad at magic? All you ever do is conjure a sword. I could teach you some new bound weapon spells.
Because I'm very good at being lazy. Why hold steel when I can hum a pattern and get a blade that never needs oil? But yes, I could use more than pointy and polite warding. If you're offering lessons, I'll trade you 2 things.
There's 2 Rumerans now. Tell me about the circus you traveled with. Was it based in Somerset?
2 Rumerans. Finally, someone appreciates my versatility. If a third shows up, make him pay the tab. Not Somerset. Caravan circuit along the Gold Coast and up through Culavia, then east when the coin thinned. My parents juggled loots and contracts. I juggled anything that wouldn't take a finger.
Who taught you comedy, the lead clown?
Mostly the audience. They laugh, you keep it. They throw cabbage, you retire that bit. The lead clown just taught me the sacred rule.
What's the sacred rule?
Never punch down, never punch drunk, and if the goat gets the biggest laugh, hire the goat.
have a goat. I summoned it from oblivion by mistake once.
Of course you did. One minute you're aiming for a flame Atronac, the next a hoofed menace is eating the insatiate answering to the name Magnifico. If it shows up again, we're charging admission. I'll juggle you pretend it was intentional, and the goat gets stopped billing.
I'm out of wine. Let's get a bed here tonight. I feel nice and warm here.
Follow me before you decide the floor is a pillow. I'll charm a room key out of dagger and make sure you wake with boot spurs and dignity still attached. If anyone pounds on the door, it's either a brawl spillover or your goat. I'm voting goat.
There's only one bed in this room. I think we'll have to share.
Alright, but I'm calling all side and vetoing elbow spikes. Boots off, blades sheathed, and if you start reciting Diedrich contracts in your sleep, I'm stuffing a pillow over the ebony mail. Deal.
If there's anything you need, just... Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Easy.
Alright, sleep in the armor, terrify the mattress, and dream of ash storms. I'll keep first watch, finish the me, and kick any goats or brawlers away from the door. If you wake up missing a shoe, you traded it for snoring rights. Rest, Archmage. Tomorrow we negotiate Lisa's pie, and your glorious rise to Ashkin.
Well, that was a wonderful little date. Ah. Oh. There are animations.
If you've business with the college, you're welcome to... Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
I don't want what was given to me.
All right, then.
The power of Magnus is at my...
Unlike some folks here, drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
This.
All right, then.
Is somebody in my bed? Somebody's in the bed. He overbooked. He overbooked.
Just say the word if you need a drink or something to eat.
This random stranger is just gonna
Keep your hands to yourself.
I want to read the summary. The Winterhold ends, Zula and Ramaran banter through a brawl and ownership dispute. While she recalls a job for Heron and reveals she found a crucial land lease document, rack, which Heron eagerly needs. Zula serves Ruma and honey brew and Nord mead while choosing wine for herself. Their light flirting and trust deepening as they discuss motives. Warren's value survival, humor, and sweet rolls, while Zula admits power drives her feeling an ambition to return to the Xanab tribe and become the first female Ashkan. Rumun supports her but urges using power to better people, and they share nostalgia for Ashlander life. Tipsy questions lead Ramaran to open up about his Gold Coast caravan past and comedy rules, while Zula jokes about accidentally summoning a goat from oblivion. Deciding to stay the night, Zula rents a room with one bed. Rumun agrees to share with boundaries, keeps first watch, and plans to help the lease in the morning, relying on future negotiation pies and Zula's path to leadership.
My head hurts. Why did we sleep here instead of the college?
Because, Archmage, the frozen hearth had 3 things the college did not last night. Doors that actually latch, a cake that said our names in a very persuasive accent, and a barkeep who promised not to ask questions about drifting old ledgers if we paid in advance. Also, you declared the floor was less wobbly than the Arcanium after 2 meads, and I was in no position to challenge royal decrees. Headache, triage, water first, then bread, then something salty.
I'll get the triage. Let's head back to the college. We kinda lost a day our adventure doing college work.
Follow my brilliant example and pretend that was a strategic morale day, not lost time. We file notes, we keep Winterhold.
Well, is it true? Do you have the document? Is it signed by Ingrid?
Drink bread, salt, then we walk.
And
I'll
there's
keep
still
the
hope,
talk to a minimum
but
and
it
the
might
students
not be
to their
enough.
corners.
I was wondering perhaps if I could loan your services. I'm on my way to the site of the altercation to see if I can find more evidence. Thank you, Salvager. Hopefully having another set of eyes will help.
Lovely not 10 minutes after waking and a fetcher is asking for my help.
At least this fetcher brings his own paperwork and doesn't smell like troll stew. You know what they say, timing is all about something or other. To conditions, we keep it quick, and we don't let him turn another set of eyes into unpaid labor. I'll watch for fresh scuff marks, odd lice scent, and anyone who suddenly remembers a different story when the Archmage shows up.
Latoria greets you. Thinking that this is funny, do you? This one does not think so. Latoria is wallowing, so leave her be. Latoria tries and she tries, but she cannot grasp the magic in the way that the college teaches. So Latoria leaves the college to seek knowledge on her own. But the sources of ancient magic in Skyrim are in dangerous places. For Latoria to learn, she must commune with these ancient sources, rather than reading about them in books. But as Latoria says, the places, they are dangerous, and she fears no good would come on her own, and so she wallows. Ancient Nordic tombs, ruins of the Dwemer, the lost places of the Falmer, all offer sources of ancient magic yet to be discovered. You know of a way Latoria can safely commune with the ancient magics? Without Latoria coming to harm? What way is this? This guild, you are making it? Oh, Latoria would be so very happy to join and help if she could safely study the secrets of these ruins. Most exciting she thinks this would be. Thank you, Guildmaster. Latoria will not let you down. What can Latoria do for you, Guildmaster? Well, Latoria has read many stories about Windcaller Pass, which runs under the thought of the world. This one should like to see it one day. Until we speak again.
Ready to get moving? Let's go.
Alright, time to continue the adventure. Out of 10, Romarin.
My invisible magic sword is yours.
You.
Can I help you?
There. Now she has a backpack. Alright. Time to do a recall.
Can I help you? What can I do for you? Oh, do you? Perfect. I could use a good laugh.
Wait a minute. This voice actor.
I'm not the best guy to ask, but I can tell you what I know.
Is that the voice actor for TN from Team 4-Star?
What can I do for you?
That sounds like TN from Team 4-Star. Group.
Khajiit guards your back.
Under your other ingredients.
This is the power of the Telvanni.
Venison, lavender, tundra cotton, ninroot, wolf pelts. Was it lavender? It was ninroot. But there's no way I don't have... No, nirnroot is how it's... Yeah, it is lavender. No. Let's save first.
Does little Vivek remind you of home?
A little, Archmage. The smell's more than the sight, brine, ash-salt fish stew. That's been kept too long. It tugs at the part of me that remembers Market Piers and Raven Rock and the way Dunmer voices carry over water. But home was mushrooms and cantons, and to many eyes judging how I held the quill.
Let me generate a name for this character and see if I ever remember it in the future.
I only visited Vivek one with a cute Telvanni boy. Aladas was his name. We met before I was exiled, and he took me in once I was. In a way, he was my first magic teacher.
Valadas took you in when no one else would. That matters. Telvanni can be prickly about gifts, but their best lessons are the ones they never say out loud. What did he put in your hands? First text tools or trouble? If you want, I can help you write him a letter that says only what you choose, and nothing he can twist. Or we can honor the lesson right here.
Texts. He saw me charm some Kagariant. Since then provided me with all sorts of illusion tomes. His parents only allowed me to stay because I could craft potions. I had suspicions that their last alchemist was a Khajiit. I just know the Catman died shortly before I joined. Anyways, let's talk about Vivek, the real one.
If you mean the warrior poet and not the city, I can talk, but I won't preach. For Dunmer, Vivek is half scripture, half scandal, and entirely present tense. Lessons that bite. What I take as useful.
No, I meant the city. It was still being reconstructed last I was there. Most of the focus was on the foreign quarter, a new temple complex. That warrior poet sat there for so long just to blink out once the people asked for him to face justice.
Rebuilding never feels even, does it? The foreign quarter first because coin moves there, the temple because meaning does. The rest waits under scaffolds and promises. I remember letters about cranes over the cantons and arguments about whose shrine got stone before whose stairs. As for him blinking out when called to answer, that wound still stings people differently.
Especially as he stabbed Zula in the face in front of an entire crowd and jury. He played even the Emperor. Uriel Septim for a fool. I hope they one day rename the city. Perhaps both they and all that doesn't sound like a good city name.
Names carry weight and deaths. If they ever changed it, I would hope they chose something that honors the people who kept breathing through ash and flood, not whoever shouted loudest last year. City of Respite? Velas Crossing? Even Redshore would sit better than another cult of personality.
I like Veloth's Crossing or anything to do with Saint Veloth.
Then let it be something that remembers the walk, not the throne. Veloth's Crossing, Pilgrim's Rest, even Lampstone, markers a caravan would recognize in the dark. If the temple ever asks, I will happily write a petition with you and a dozen names from Raven Rock and Little Vivek. Do you want to leave a small offering, here for the Roadmaker, a handful of salt and a quiet breath toward the east?
Alright. Time to deliver the goods. Oh, that's that guy.
Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
Welcome back. What can I... Fantastic. Let me see. Oh, very nice. These
my
pelts are
God.
exceptional. Here, I pawned this off an Imperial soldier a while back. You may find it useful, with all the stuff you seem to carry around.
This is Android 18. I gotta check this. I gotta check this. Is it the Tools of Kagranak mod? Yes, I believe so. But maybe it isn't. Ah, it's Moon and Star. All right, let's do this. You guys can see. What am I looking at in game currently? Let's see. Let's do another window. Look up this Amber Lee Connors. Just scrolling through. Yes, yes. She's worked with Team 4 Star. Who did she played Scarlet? Okay. Yes. Oh my. Dragon Ball Z abridged. That I did not know that at all. That's cool. That's cool. Well, shout out to Amber Lee Connors for being absolutely amazing and doing a voiceover for a Skyrim mod. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I fully expect that I was right, and that was TN as well. All right.
Welcome back. What can I do for you? Welcome back. What can I do for you?
The power of Magnus is at my command.
Sure. Take a look around.
Nice. What happened to Berlina? yeah, I need to drop these. But I can't do that here. Find a different place to do that. Useful.
Yes?
Welcome back to Rathvasi Canton, traveler. Well done, my faithful courier. You have the makings of a fine vassal indeed.
Golly, I'm trying to figure out whose voice this is. No, it's too different from anything in Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Like, it somewhat sounds familiar.
Very well. Until we meet again, fair traveler.
Far too important to be talking to you. So go about your business, please.
10 out of 10. 10 out of
Remember,
10, Zula.
when in doubt, aim for the crotch.
It's not Dragon Ball Z. It is Final Fantasy VII Machina Bridge. It is Sung. It is the same voice actor for Sung.
You know what they say, timing is all about something or other.
Canton, traveler.
Just gonna steal this.
I've been hunting
Good
and
day,
fishing in
Sarah.
these parts for years. Good day.
Nope, I should put Mantella on top.
All right, now to Riverwood to see who took the horn of Jurgen Windgore.
Riverwood it is. Quiet road, plenty of cover. If anyone follows, I cut their shadow first.
Attic room secret note, mysterious admirer of ancient wind instruments. This has romance written all over it.
You're dead. Little remembers the plan. Archmage rents the attic room, yes. Let's spread out, listen.
Seems you've bloodied your knuckles a few times.
If there is traps, just are blinding before
Zula
it
takes
blows.
Another was that? That was your decision.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it was a love-stricken fan. I'm constantly getting gifts and compliments. My beauty.
If a secret admirer stole a holy horn just to impress you, I almost respect the commitment. Shh. Almost. Let me do the talking if they show up with poetry and a sack over their heads.
Cesago confirms the admirer theory would explain perfume at Astingraf, but not quite those that answered the proper key. This thief studied.
Shadow hide you.
Study.
Flattery doesn't open puzzle gates. Someone left that note, and I'd like to meet them on our terms, not theirs. Zula rents the attic room. We keep angles and witnesses.
Let the genius come to you. If they reach for a blade instead of a bouquet, I their hand before the second heartbeat.
Damn it! I destroyed the ingredients I was harvesting. Oh well. Anyone want to take bets on the gender of the secret admirer?
I put the sweet rolls on neither. My money's on a grey-cloaked scholar with a voice like a closed door and the social grace of a skiver.
Cesago wagers this admirer is female and practical. She moved like wine through Astingraf and left no assault sting. Also, your admirers who write notes usually dot their eyes with hearts. This one did not.
Mobet, the hand that penned that note uses hard angles and cramped spacing. Could be anyone trained to write fast under pressure. I'll bet on discipline, not gender.
I bet still. If your admirer steps wrong, I collect before anyone counts who they are.
Rumor, and what do you mean by neither? Are you expecting something like Hermamora to be my admirer?
Neither is in neither lover nor simple thief. Think recruiter with a mission, the kind who steals a horn to see if you can follow the tune. And if Morris starts writing you love letters, I'm moving to Ulswire.
If Hermamora admires you, he will send pages, not petals. This note had no ink such smell from Apocrypha. It was mortal. Focus on Riverwood.
The handwriting was Nebni's or Cyrodiilic trained, not a Claude, Diedrich scroll. Expect a careful contact, not a tentacled suitor. Same plan. You rent the attic room, we hold positions and witnesses.
Prince or peasant, if they try to take you upstairs alone without our leave, I cut the stair in half. Late dawn.
Speaking of princes, which have I had dealings with and which have I not? I know I completed quests for the Anticipations in Shergorath.
Azura's star in your pocket says yes to Azura. Both I and Mephala we have all felt too closely. You bargained with Clavicus over Dunmer and took his axe from Reimerk on our terms. Malagbal named you at the abandoned house, and you put his mace under lock. Sheogorath toyed with you and called it a favor. Poriite's order we walked without kneeling. Sanguine staff is in our crate after his little party. That is the ledger I keep.
Cesargo remembers Meridia's way, yes. Weak and light, and a very loud speech. Also Huma Morris pages in the Sea of Ghosts. No pact, only stolen looks. Cuisines hunters you have crossed, but no oath taken.
Werewolves have been slain, yes, but I recall nothing of Humamora nor Merida. Was this perhaps a dream you had, Cesargo?
Dreams smell like moon sugar and bad decisions. They smell like old paper and ink. Cesargo remembers the Sea of Ghosts' work with Vanes when pages tried to peel themselves. Not a pact, yes, but Humamora's edges brushed us.
I won't let fog turn into fiction, but Cesargo isn't inventing things. We handled apocryphal residue during the Numidian breach and copied sigils from a tome that didn't like being read. As for Meridia, we diverted a light Laris once near Wolf Skull and discussed her beacon, but you never carried it.
Guess that's the
No
last
oath, no
then.
blessing. That's the distinction I'm keeping.
If it helps, I distinctly that takes care of that. And if Mora had properly courted you, there'd be inky tentacles and a stern note about notes. We got a smudge and a headache.
Seems I have forgotten some of the events during the New Medium breach. Perhaps we should visit Merida's shrine near Solitude as well.
We can, but not before Riverwood. Meridia Beacon has a way of turning a short visit into a crusade. Let's secure the horn, then we take a measured trip to... shrine with wars and no promises.
Seconded. Retrieve Mr. Went horn first. Avoid getting drafted into a Radiant Sun cleaning brigade until after lunch. Oh, to dead wolves on the road, says someone else passed in a hurry. Fresh spatter, dry breeze didn't crush it yet.
What was that?
Cesar was higher and old left.
Why? Whoa!
Ass!
Stacked on stone to the...
That's what I thought.
If our admirer move through here, they are not alone. Cesargo will take the ridge and listen.
Prince cut light and fasts. One burdened, one screening.
Accurate, Janassa. They all want a piece of me, the first dragonborn of the Fourth Era. I must always be watchful against being a pawn in their games.
Good. Keep your crown and your spine. If a prince tugs the string, I cut the hand.
Pawns get pushed around the board. Queens pick when to move. We'll keep you in the latter category and flip the table if anyone starts monologuing.
Then we play by our rules. No circles, no odds, no drinks we did not open. If a whisper counts, Cesargo counts, you breathe, and we walk away.
Agency first, witnesses second, exits mapped. Riverwood, attic room clean entry. If our admirer tries to draft you into a cause, I end the conversation with a ward and a door between us. Let on.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
You're that visitor been poking around. Attic room, eh? Well, we don't have an attic room, but you can have the one on the left. Make yourself at home.
Being doesn't even have an attic room. I hope this isn't a waste of time.
The phrase was the key, not the room. She's testing that you read the note. Sit, count 30 breaths, and watch who brings you tea.
Worst case, we burn a nap in a lukewarm stew. Best case, the world's grumpiest friend slips us a secret door. I'll loiter by the gates and look harmless.
Cesargo takes the back hall. If the innkeeper moves a panel, Cesargo will see it before it squeaks. No spells unless you call.
Close the door and leave it unlatched. If she comes alone, we let her talk.
I'm the innkeeper.
If more boots follow,
It's my
I
business
break the
to
first
keep track
ankle
of
through the
strangers.
threshold.
So you're the Dragonborn I've been hearing so much about. I think you're looking for this.
It just works.
We need to talk. Follow me.
Hmm?
You're not
The innkeeper wants to talk to me. What am I supposed to believe this haggard old lady stole the horn?
Leave the results.
Close
She
the
has
door.
the horn and the nerve. That makes her dangerous or useful. Keep her talking, and her hands where I can see them.
Now we can talk.
Haggard old ladies are undefeated at stealing plot devices. Let's hear her pitch before we start sharpening moral judgments or actual knives.
She moved the horn without waking a Stingraf.
The Greybeards seem to think you're the Dragonborn. I hope they're right.
Cesargo suggests we listen, then decide if she walks away or crawls.
You'll be
Treat it
back.
as an interview.
If you're really Dragonborn,
You state what you
this
want.
is your
She
destiny.
states why she interfered. If she starts
The
recruiting you
Greybeards
into a
seem to think
cause,
you're the
I end it
Dragonborn.
with a ward and a door.
I hope they're right. I hope you're just playing dumb. I'm the one who left the note in Ustengrav.
I need to look up a name of a shout.
That's a funny joke. All right, I'll bite how you get past the trap that required the use of whirlwind sprint.
You'll be back. If you're really Dragonborn, this is your destiny.
She knows the bones under the skin. That makes her either very old friends with the ruins, or very prepared. Keep her talking.
So the attic room was a password and the horn a job interview. Points for presentation. What's the next test? Mysterious innkeeper synchronized dragon slaying.
If she wanted the horn, she would have kept it. She wants you.
Seems we weren't able to hear Delphine's response because we were in conversation with her for some reason. Odd.
I hope you're just playing dumb. I'm the one who left the note in Ustengrav. You can't be too careful. Thalmor spies are everywhere. It was the only way I could make sure it wasn't a Thalmor trap. I am not your enemy. I already gave you the horn. I'm actually trying to help you. I just need you to hear me out. Like I said in my note, I've heard that you might be Dragonborn. I'm part of a group that's been looking for you. Well, someone like you, for a very long time. If you really are Dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, I need to make sure I can trust you. I shouldn't let you walk
seem
out
different.
of here knowing
Most
what
people
you know.
trust me inherently. What's got
But
you
I
so
guess even my
paranoid, old
paranoia
lady?
has its limits. You know where to find me when you change your mind. Because you will. You have to. Paranoid keeps you alive when the Thalmor put a price on your head, and half the province lies to your face. I've watched good people die because they trusted the wrong smile. I won't add your name to that pile unless you make me.
She smells like hard years and clean steel. Treat her like a blade you haven't tested yet. Edge toward you until she proves otherwise.
In her defense, I've trusted smiling faces before. Woke up without my person with a tattoo that says never again. Caution's a virtue even when it scowls.
If she wants proof, we give a small one on our terms. Then she gives one back. Trade of trust, yes.
Boundaries first. You say what you need to know, Delphine, and why.
I'm part of a group, if you really are Dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, I need to make sure I can trust you. Yes, we're very old enemies. And if my suspicions are correct, they might have something to do with the dragons returning. But that isn't important right now. What is important is that you might be Dragonborn. We remember what most don't, that the Dragonborn is the ultimate dragon slayer. You're the only one that can kill a dragon permanently by devouring its soul. Can you do it? Can you devour a dragon's soul? This is no time to play the reluctant hero. You either are or aren't Dragonborn. But I'll see for myself soon enough. We remember what most don't. You're the only one that can kill a dragon permanently by devouring its soul. Dragons aren't just coming back. They're coming back to life. They weren't gone somewhere for all these years. They were dead, killed off centuries ago by my predecessors. Now something's happening to bring them back to life, and I need you to help me stop it. I know they are. I visited their ancient burial mounds and found them empty, and I figured out where the next one will come back to life. We're going to go there, and you're going to kill that dragon. If we succeed, I'll tell you anything you want to know. Kynes Grove. There's an ancient dragon burial near there. If we can get there before it happens, maybe we'll learn how to stop it. I need to get into my traveling gear. Give me a minute and I'll be ready.
Ilath-Pal were bringing dragons back to life. That is a level of necromancy I doubt
Let's
even
get on the road to
black-booted high
Kainsburg.
elves are capable of.
The Thalmor don't raise dragons. They exploit disasters. If they could do this, half of Skyrim would already be ash. Someone older and meaner is calling the shots, and I intend to find who.
If it bleeds, we end it. If it doesn't, we break the thing that feeds it. Kindness grow first, names later.
As an Altmer, I'm flattered you think we're that talented, and offended you think we pick dragons over smug monologues. Let's go interrupt the resurrection before it gets to the dramatic part.
Cesargo will watch the sky and the graves. When the ground starts to breathe, Archmage takes the soul, we take the notes.
We move now.
I'm traveling. You've got the inn till I get back.
Right. Happy trails.
Don't leave, Delphine. All right. We will meet her there at another time. Forgot that there was something else in that building.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Oh, it's you.
Can I help you? So I did, Dragonborn. Amazing. You possess so much power, and no one could tell by looking at you. Back to business. As neighbors, Skyrim and Morrowind share more than a border. Our fates are intertwined. We must look out for one another. As such, when a famous criminal from Morrowind was spotted in Skyrim, I was dispatched by House Hlalu to find him. However, he is too deadly for me to face alone. I need a hero's help. And a fee this hero shall have. Does 1,000 septims pique your interest? And quite the haggler as well. 2,000 septims. That's all I have to offer. Excellent. I'm glad we could come to an arrangement. I tracked the criminal to a village southwest of here called Little Vivek, but after that, the trail went cold. However, you may have better luck. Wait, before you go, take this ring. The criminal is known to wield enchanted blades, and this may protect you from them. Happy hunting, Dragonborn, and many thanks. You are doing both Morrowind and Skyrim a great service.
Hope the quest isn't super broken. Okay.
will take the scenic route to Kindness Grove. We'll travel south to Riverstead and there to Riffin and up north.
Scenic is fine. We move before dusk, keep left bank of the river to Riverstead, and sleep with a wall at our backs. If Delphine lags, I carry her or leave her.
I love a good detour through 3 jurisdictions with a dragon deadline breathing down our necks. I'll charm the tolls and complain about the view if it boosts morale.
Jesargo proves of Riffin's stop. Friends at the gate stuck when given sweet rolls. If the Greybeard's mountain matters, we will hear it there and cut north fast.
Then send a courier ahead to Kindness Grove so the villagers don't panic when a dragon dies over their roofs. Keep the ring Mandan gave you accessible. I want to test its weave against a Draugr blade before we meet anything worse.
It's just some criminal from Morrowind. Nothing to worry too much about.
Criminals who cross borders usually bring friends or debts. I'll scout the switchbacks and check for fresh Ashwahako lead. If I Kolo, hug the wall.
Just a harmless fugitive.
I am staying
armed
out
with
of this.
enchanted blades and a price.
Somebody help!
Gods, another fight.
Help!
Persuasive smile.
Jesargo will mark boot sizes and tail drags. If little Vyrek shelters here, we go soft claws, soft voices, and shop only if they shop at steel.
Keep the ring on, test it against the first hostile weapon, and let me speak first if we reach the village. If this is politics and Dunmer pose, we solve it with names and papers, not a pile of bodies.
Where is Northbound Watch? Is it possible to get to Northbound Watch through South Skybound Watch?
Come on!
No, you...
Victory will be mine! Now you burn, Fetcher. Die, damn you! Filthy sweat.
That's how it's done.
Only a fool lets himself get surrounded.
The power of Magnus is at my command.
Rumor and tell us some jokes as I harvest ingredients.
Bartender says we don't serve your kind. Necromancer says that's fine. I brought my... I asked a hawker for directions once. He said nothing, but the smell told me...
I hate these things.
hear
It's going
something?
the wrong way. Ever notice? And it's always shout. I picked a bad time to get lost. I'm still waiting for the day one says congratulations, perfect time to be lost, the meat's on sale. Last one. What's the difference between a Thalma lecture and a dragon shout? One knocks you flat.
I liked the last one.
I'll print it on a pamphlet for the next Thalma Symposium. Title page, How to Win Friends and Aramise People.
Keep that sap separate from the taproot, yes. Spriganol spoils quickly if it warms. Cesargo will bottle it when we stop.
To taproot to sap. I'll log the batch. If we meet a dragon today, I want one resist magic draft ready and one calm nose for the archers.
Footprints ahead, old light. If trouble comes, take the right fork and keep to stone. I'll slow the first pursuer that breathes.
Your turn, Janessa. Regale us with tales of your mercenary work.
Tales later, eyes now. Hell, what can I do for you?
I forgot to do shopping in Riverwood.
Lead on, then.
For the record, my favorite Janassa story is the one where she says nothing, points at footprints, and somehow we don't die. Sequel coming soon, I hope.
Cesargo smells cold iron and lamp oil. If there is an archer nest above, he will blind it on your count. Step wide of the dark patch near the post.
Keep chatter low. Zula, hold paralyze ready, but do not open with it. If we have to talk our way through a survivor, I want more than a stiff statue and a ruined lead.
Just reading the summary.
Shadow hide you.
Trouble is in the air here.
Hey, stop that!
What? Careful.
I knew it! Oh no, you don't.
Do your worst. Just scratch me now.
Die, damn you! Take that!
That's one less thing to worry.
But you left me with no choice.
Careful. Oh. Steps will echo in every chamber and tunnel.
Oh, the hanging moss. Okay. What am I sneaking against?
Ass. Am I supposed to be impressed?
Your wound seems serious. Shadow hide you.
Neat.
Is someone there?
What was that?
Is someone there?
Last mistake.
Sweat.
Yes, that's the last of them.
I'm disappointed.
Shadow hide you.
Nice.
What do you require? The
Hi
traveler
there.
came to this land not as a visitor or a pilgrim, but a prisoner bonded by fate. Yet she comes before me now as an arbiter, not just of her own fate, but the very world's. For when she speaks, the clouds part, the seas boil, and the earth trembles at her feet. Welcome to my humble abode, Dragonborn. How may I be of assistance? There is much I know, but so little I understand. The pages turn, but the lines are redacted, and only your light can illuminate the darkness. Congeniality is a totem with many faces. There are those who use it to ingratiate, and those who employ it to master duplicity. It can be a show of kindness, a perfunctory gesture, or an admission of fear. But I digress. That is an answer you already know. To answer what you do not, my name is Zarlok. I once walked the path of the Greybeards, but now I follow my own. A single point of contention, but a fundamental one. The Greybeards insist on a path of non-violence. While ostensibly honorable, it is a path that defers the responsibility of higher thinking by adopting an easy absolute. It is not indolence that motivates them, but fear. To accept that violence is an acceptable solution is to gamble on the very nature of man. They insist that man, given the opportunity for violence, will use it irresponsibly. I say it depends on the man. I have some knowledge of the Thum, but I am hardly a master. Only the Dragonborn has the innate ability to absorb the soul of a dragon, and with it, the essence of the Thum. It is a gift and a curse. For you have been granted power, but endured none of the training to achieve it. The body and the mind are inexorably linked. To train one is to train the other. To become strong is to appreciate the value of effort. It is that discipline one earns to gain the power that provides the wisdom to know when to use it. This is not to say you cannot train your mind to responsibly wield the body the divines have granted you. I suspect that is why they have brought you here, to gain what was lost. I do not envy knowledge without understanding. My failures provide their own lessons, whereas you have learned nothing. That is not what saddens me, however, but rather the pretension with which you flaunt your ignorance. For it only serves to embolden the Greybeard's argument that man cannot be trusted to deduce the morality of violence.
Damn, that's quite a sight.
I just love this story. The passion, the characterizations.
Alright, one last role-playing moment. I need to write this in chat. also back up. But go.
Yes, another page done, but more is to do until the book is complete.
Good work. Read me the new lines and I will map the bearings. If it mentions morning or shadow again, that likely means a watchtower under High Hrothgar's first light. If it calls for breath or frost, we can pair your shell with controlled ice on my count.
Give Cesargo one moment to taste the wine. If the riddle speaks of night's glass for still water, there is a pedestal near the lake by Vasted that fits. If it demands thunder, Cesargo will keep the sparks in so the mountain does not answer back.
If the next verse asks for pie, I volunteer as tribute. Otherwise, say the word and I will mark a safe path down that does not turn our ankles into ice sculptures. Also, if a hermit starts charging admission for elemental spectacle, we're getting a cut.
Celebrate when it's finished. For now, we move while the tracks are still ours. Give me the heading and the element, and I'll clear the approach.
It reads thus: By Karth bounded south and north, on mountains sit a humble crown. Sky's wrath on this stand bring forth to shake these snow-caps down.
Karth bounded south and north points us to the Karth river's head and tail. A humble crown on mountains is the standing stone shaped like a Soclided skyborn altars ridge above the Karth valley, where the small pedestal ring at the Karth spire overlook. Sky's wrath means lightning, not fire or frost. You will need Stormcall or a precise shock on the stand.
Cesargo knows a stone ring west of each mark where the Karth folks. A squat crown on a narrow spine. If the verse wants wrath, Jezargo can lace the pedestal with clean lightning while Dragonborn calls the stone. In pulses first, then your shot.
Humble Crown sounds like that inky ring of stones near the Karth River Gorge north of Karthwasten. Not the big forsworn circus, the shy cousin. I can get us down the goat paths without adding our bones to the scenery, provided the snow stops trying to eat us.
Choose the crown and we move.
We won't be in the Reach for a while, but do remind me next time we are there. For now we continue to Ivarstead.
Noted. When we cross into the Reach, I will point you to the crown by the Karth, and keep the Forsworn out of our way.
Ivarstead it is. I vote for the lower goat path and the rock shelf that doesn't dump us into a ravine. I can keep a lantern under my cloak so the Braybirds don't complain about Theatrix.
I will mark the Versus Reach pending and set a reminder in the Arcanium copy. For Ivarstead, we take the Lee of the Ridge, thin wards only, and stop at the Barrow Bridge if the wine screams. If you tire, we can warm up at the Vilmer and continue at first light.
Jezargo watches the steps and the edges. If the storm sharpens, we rope at the waist for the switchbacks. When we reach the village, Jezargo will check the lake pedestal in case the book's next riddle points there. Lead on, Archmage.
Alright. I think this is where we shall end this stream.
Little time.
Quite a lot of role-playing. I'm gonna go through that next $10 bit pretty quickly at this rate. Let's see. I want to do... Well, actually, do this. We'll probably have to go back through... Should have done this first. But we'll have to go back through the path underground. And then we'll go deal with these shenanigans. Deal with this shenanigans. All of that stuff. And no, we won't do that. We'll come after we do everything in Ivarstead and go up to High Hrothgar. We'll come down and finally move forward with this. Find this item. Get rid of this quest from our inventory. Don't know. But do plenty in here. Oh, we'll be facing the Ebony Warrior in 2 to 3 streams. Neat. That's definitely something to do, but probably not now. But alright, that will be it for this stream. Bye.